Shabbat Shalom. Ooh.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. You can't hear us.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm going to go see what's going on.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Eh? Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat. Nothing. This isn't good. Shabbat Shalom. There, that's a little bit better. A little better. Shabbat Shalom. Should we get in there?
Does this work?
Yes, a little.
Is this better? Yay!
It's a little better, yeah. Shabbat Shalom. Yeah, okay. Getting there. All right.
Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Aleichem Shalom. 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 Shalom Aleichem. Aleichem Shalom.
The rabbis tell us that each of us have two angels with us as we enter Shabbat, one on each shoulder. One on each shoulder. One of them is a really super nice angel. The other one, not so nice. And as the Midrash goes, as the story goes, when you enter your home and everything's ready for Shabbat, one of the angels, the nice angel, says, Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to Shabbat. May this be the case every week, that you're prepared for Shabbat, that you're ready to receive Shabbat. And the rabbis tell us that if you walk into your home and your home is not ready for Shabbat, everything is out of order and disarray, you can't bring in the piece of Shabbat. The other angel says, Shalom Aleichem, may this be the case for every Shabbat, that you have a Shabbat of disarray. Thankfully, you're here at the synagogue. You're here with us at Temple Beth Emeth. Those of us who have been longtime members, those of us who have been longtime members and also sort of new members too at the same time. Those of us who are new members or returning members, a Shalom Aleichem to all of you, especially those new members that are with us tonight. May I hope that our service tonight is one that fills you with ruach, with spirit, with shalom, with peace, with moments of contemplation, with moments of meaning, with moments of community. And I hope that the angel on your shoulder that's saying Shalom Aleichem, whispering that in your ear right now, that angel continue to whisper it in your ear, whether you're with us on Shabbat or at home on Shabbat, that Shabbat can always be a time for you to welcome in the peace of Shabbat. So especially too, feel free to say, not just to the angels on your shoulders, but the people sitting next to you, the angels sitting next to you, Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom, peace unto all of us. Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom, Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom. In a lot of ways, Shabbat evening service is much like any other evening service that a Jew might do any day of the week. But there are some distinct differences, even in the main section of the service. But we right now are in a very section of the service specifically called Kabbalat Shabbat, and it's a section of the service. And if you were to thumb through, beginning on page 130, you'd see a psalm for every day of the week, as we sort of recall the week that's gone by. And then on page 138, before we get to the Psalms, because actually there are two Psalms for Shabbat, before we get to the Psalms for Shabbat, we sing Lecha Dodi, we welcome in the Sabbath bride into our sanctuary with us tonight. Why am I talking about this? Because Kabbalat Shabbat means to receive Shabbat. It is the receiving of Shabbat, and that is, of course, why we're here every Friday night, but especially tonight, also to receive, to welcome, to seek joy in and with our newest members of our community, a Kabbalat Shabbat, especially a receiving of you, a receiving of our newest members. Page 138, 139, Lecha Dodi. We'll be singing 1, 2, 5, and 9, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And when we reach the 9th and final verse, I'll ask if you'd rise only then and face the entrance to our sanctuary to welcome the Sabbath bride here with us tonight. Again, 1, 2, 5, and 9.
Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad, Ishmi'anu el hamiyuchad. Adonai echad, u'shmo echad, l'shemo tiferet ve'letehila. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki hi mekor ha'beracha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela.
Verse 5.
Hitoreri, hitoreri, ki va'orech uri, 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 shir daberi, kevod Adonai alayik nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom בעצרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יללה, 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 בני שבת נקבלה.
And we continue that receiving. Now, that Shabbat, we have to imagine this in our heads, of course, that Shabbat is in the room with us, has entered. We've stood and welcomed Shabbat, and we keep singing to Shabbat on page 140, Psalm 92.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
We turn back in our Sidurim, in our prayer books, to page 120, 121, and invite to our bima Betty Kotzen and Becky Hankin. Where'd Becky go? There she is. Betty Kotzen and Becky Hankin, members of our membership committee, that we're receiving.
At the bottom of 121, help me perfect my ways of loving and caring. Inspire me to make myself whole so that I may honor your name and create a world of justice and peace.
Page 144, Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
יעמד יברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי.
בחייכון וביומכון ולחיי תכו בית ישראל. בעגלה, בעגלה, b'zman kariv v'yimeru amen.
Yehi Shemei Rabba Mevorach Le'alam Olam Le'almaya
Yitbarach
Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yit'aleh V'yithalal Shemei Tekudsha B'richu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata
Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran be'alma
ve'imeru amen.
If you're able, please rise for the Baruch Hu, page 146.
Ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch
Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed. Please be seated. Continuing on page 147, we read together on the bottom, O God, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. Oh, let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence. We continue reading responsibly on the bottom of page 151. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol.
All these things your Torah gives to us.
The more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives.
What could be a truer token of your abiding love
Than this holiest of your works, the living language that gives it form.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
We continue Shema, page 152. Please rise if you're able.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
Ve'ata et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi retzavecha היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai, your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God. We continue on page 158, Nichamocha.
So in honor of this new member Shabbat, a new version of Nichamocha that we can all learn together. Some of you may be familiar with this, but it's very easy to pick up, so I'll teach the Nichamocha line and hopefully we'll all be able to join in quickly together. It goes like this. Nichamocha ba'elim Adonai, let's try that together. And Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, Michamocha nedar b'kodesh. And it continues. Nora tehilot oseh try Norah. Norah tehilot oseh feleh. Norah tehilot oseh feleh. From the beginning, Michamocha. Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, Michamocha nedar b'kodesh. Norah, Norah tehilot oseh feleh. Norah tehilot oseh feleh. Malchutecha ra'u vanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam ze'eli anu ve'yameru Adonai 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 Yimloch. Adonai Yimloch. Le'olam va'ed. Adonai Yimloch. Le'olam va'ed.
We continue on page 160 at the Chatimah, the very end of the prayer, the seal of the prayer as it's known, a blessing for peace, page 160.
Baruch atah Adonai, haborei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, haborei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai, haborei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael.
Lingering on those words of peace, asking God to shelter us with peace, it's my honor to invite to our Bima all of our new members. If you're a new member of Temple Beth Emeth, join us on the Bima. And if you're a member of our Board of Trustees, please join us on the Bima because I need your help. And actually, we need everybody's help in the room. So there is a loose sheet of paper and insert in your program tonight. Those of you who are sitting in the pews and the chairs where it says congregation, that's your part. Board, you'd also need you guys need your sheets. Everybody, and even our new members need their sheets. Uh-oh. Here we go. Now, I recognize that you're new members and you may not know each other yet, but you have to get closer together. And if our board, there are talitot on the back table. If you want to, will you grab some of those, Jack? And we can get our Board of Trustees to drape these over our new members. And yes, bunch closely. Okay, you can read though. Yeah. Excuse my back. When it says new members, that's your part. Okay? When it says rabbi, that's my part. Oh God, Bless our newest members with the gift of community which connects us to you, O God, through the blessings of shared experience. Shower them with blessings as they stand beneath our Sukkot Shalom, our canopy of peace. And they become a part of our lives, and we become a part of theirs. Show them the path to meaningful involvement and life-changing connection. May our community be a place of celebration in times of joy.
And a place of comfort in times of sorrow.
May our community be a place of prayer for you, a place of learning for you, and a place of spiritual exploration.
We give thanks for the opportunity to become part of this congregation. May our involvement bring us friendship, meaning, and purpose. We are committed to help build a sacred community.
And all together, we thank you for our communal light and presence, and may the warmth and comfort of our community strengthen us all from strength to strength. Baruch atah Adonai, shomea tefillah. Blessed are you, Adonai, who hears prayer. And now, especially again for our newest members, the priestly benediction, the oldest blessing in Jewish tradition. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God's light shine upon you, and may God always be gracious with you. And when God's face is lifted up to you, may God grant you the most important blessing, the very most important blessing any of us can have. May God grant you peace. Can you hear that song? May this be God's will. It's an honor to have you as members of the Temple Beth Emeth community. Thank you for joining us, for being a part of who we are, and for making us better, helping us grow, expanding the possibilities of what our community can be. Thank you for joining us on the Bima. Shabbat Shalom. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Yehelanu, Siman Tov, Nanu Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael, Yehelanu, Ulecho Yisrael. We continue on page 162, the Shamru.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat v'dorotam brit olam.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat v'dorotam brit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, et ha-shamayim v'et haaretz, ubayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat v'dorotam brit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael The Amidah, the central prayer of this evening's service, begins on page 164. We will chant out loud together through page 170, and then you have some options. You can either continue in the Hebrew or English through page 180. That's where the Amidah ends. The Hebrew or English through page 180. Or you can close your prayer book, you can close your Siddur, and just pray the words of your own heart. That's totally acceptable as well. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to rise. If when you're praying those words of your own heart, you feel like you need to sit down, that's fine. That's okay. You can do what you need to do to create the space, create the atmosphere for yourself to have your own private prayerful experience. Just don't jump on the chairs or anything, please. Linda says, why not? Okay. We're going to be watching you, Linda, okay?
All right, if you break out into dance, we will understand.
So when you are done with your prayer, if you will, though, have a seat when you're done. That way I know we can all continue together. If you're able, please rise, page 164.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agitei latecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei HaKol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה מתים אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו, לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדום מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי המתים. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. Page 178. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom.
Seder Kriyat Torah, the service for the reading of Torah, can be found on page 364. Page 364. And we invite to our bima the Vice President of our membership, Candace Bulkley. Please rise if you're able.
Ki mitzion teitzei Torah, ki mitzion teitzei Torah, udevar Adonai mirushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato, Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu Gadol, Adonenu Kadosh Shemo, Gadlul Adonai iti, Unerumimo Shemo yachtav, Lecha Adonai hagedula v'hagevura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod, Ki cho b'shamayim u'va'aretz, Ki cho b'shamayim u'va'aretz, Lecha Adonai hamamlacha v'yamid na'aseh lechol erosh. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha Shlosha Devarim Ha'olam Omed. Al HaTorah Ve'al HaAvodah Ve'al Gemilut Chatzadim. Al HaTorah Ve'al HaAvodah Ve'al Gemilut Chasadim. Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim Ha'olam Omed. Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim Ha'olam Omed. Al HaTorah Ve'al HaAvodah Ve'al Gemilut Chasadim. Al HaTorah Ve'al HaAvodah Ve'al Gemilut Chasadim. Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim Ha'olam Omed. Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim, Al Shlosha Devarim Ha'olam Omed. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Okay, here we are. It's a few weeks ago, I got a, I don't remember if it was a call or an email or what, but Candace said, "Can we change the new member Shabbat?"
Facebook Messenger to Australia.
Facebook Messenger to Australia. There we go. And I said, yeah, sure. That's not a problem, because we wanted it to coincide with the dinner. But I didn't even look at the Torah portion. It's that we're in a new book. It's like, it was perfect. It was B'Sheret that we're doing new member Shabbat, the beginning of a new book of Torah, the book of Torah, Shmot, the book of Exodus. I'm sorry. They have a whole class in rabbinical school with people just doing that, and you just get used to it. That's yeah. So a new book of Torah, of Shmot, and I think more than any other book, this is the book of creation of the Jewish people, of the Israelites, right? Okay, so the desert, and they do plenty of wandering actually in Shmot, but really the desert stuff was in Numbers, but it's in this moment where first of all, the people grow, right? We learn in the beginning of the Torah portion that 70 family members, essentially, of Jacob's went down to Egypt. Joseph was already there. He gets tacked on in the end there. But 70 go down to Egypt, and within, I don't know, it doesn't say exactly, but soon there's this large group of people. And that they identify as a group of people. They've come together as a group of people, and not only that, but then as the narrative plays out, some people have compared the splitting of the sea and going through the sea as a sort of birthing process of the Jewish people. That they went. I mean, right? It's a literal sort of idea here. They went through that dry land and were birthed as a people. And I think that again, Candace, it's B'Sheret that we're doing New Member Shabbat this week. Maybe we should always just do New Member Shabbat on Shmot. of when our people grow, when the community expands, and when that community begins to identify as a community. So, there are lots of hardworking committees in our synagogue, a number of them. I know who you are, hardworking committees, and especially our membership committee has done just extraordinary work over the last few years, and it's an honor to be able to work with them and to be able to share ideas with them and create opportunities for new members to be a part of our community and to feel connected to our community. It's an honor to have them help me see ways that we can be better at bringing people in, at welcoming people, at engaging. Thank you, engaging. As they continue to help me see. And so it's an honor to invite our membership committee to our Bima for the Aliyah this evening. If you're a member of the membership committee, come on up. And Candace, why don't you join them over on this side, since you're a member of the membership committee. There we go. You have that.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamarach.
Baruch Adonai
Hamarach
Hamarach.
leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Moshe haya ro'eh et tzon Yitro no kohen Midyan vayinhag et hatzon achar hamidbar vayavo el ha-Elohim choreva vayira malach Adonai elav belabat esh mitoch hasneh Vayar, v'hinei hasneh be'er ba'esh, v'hasneh einenu uchal. Vayomer Moshe, asura na ve'ar'eh, et hamar'eh hagadol hazeh, madua lo yiv'ar hasneh. Vayar Adonai kisar lir'ot, Vayikra elav Elohim mitoch hasneh. Vayomer Moshe, Vayomer hineni. Vayomer al tikrav halom sal na'alecha me'al raglecha ki hamakom asher ata omed alav admat kodesh hu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah temet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
And don't go anywhere just for a second. We'll offer a blessing for you as well as our membership committee Mishaberach Avotenu v'Imotenu Abraham, Yitzchak v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah. May the one who blessed our ancestors continue to bless you with the strength to help guide our community, with the strength to help expand our community, with the strength to help continue to bring members not only here to join the congregation, but to feel a part of the congregation. I think that is one of the wonderful things I see from this committee and members who aren't here as well, time and time again, an effort not only to grow our numbers, but to make sure that those that are members here, those that do come to this congregation, feel a part of it, feel connected to it, feel engaged in it. May you have strength and courage as you continue this sacred work that you do.
Amen.
Speaking of strength and courage, we take a few moments and think of our loved ones who are in need of healing, whether that's healing of body or spirit or mind. We pray that they find a full and speedy healing. As a community, we are particularly mindful of Debbie Pissarak, Joanne Blumberg, Valentina Wolfson, Hillary Handwerger, Bridget Ford, Joel Berger, Margaret Leslie, Stacy Young, Sidney Usum, Barry Hopkins, Buddy Tepper, Carrie Thorpe, Rachel Charson-Tunk, David Seidenstecker, Carol Morgan, Dick Jordanson, Melissa Dorfman, Steve Conway, Danny Human, Milton Child, Sherilyn Ford, Robert Morgan, Shmuel Natan Ben Avra Yaakova, Lorraine Mitz, Jackie Moore, Regan McBurney. If there are other names to add to our list for healing, please do so as my eyes meet yours.
Katie and Kathy Dudas, John Maddox. Hands on him.
Page 371.
Mekor habracha,
lies before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Our service continues first on page 370, and then we'll move to page 374 as we lift and dress our Torah. Jacob, you still have some koach, some strength to help dress the Torah? Apparently so. All right. Please rise if you're able.
Pisot HaTorah Shesa Moshe Livnei Bnei Yisrael Al Pi Adonai B'Yad Moshe. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la
Shalom, shalom, hashivenu Adonai, elecha v'nashuva, chadesh yameinu kekedem. Thank you. Please be seated. Joe, I hope you didn't feel left out. I hope you didn't feel left out. I hope you didn't feel left out. Okay. So in this week's Torah portion, essentially right at the beginning, there's a famous verse that 8 verses in, after we get a bit of lineage of those that came down to Egypt. And we learn of Joseph's death, and we read in verse 8, V'yakom melech hadash al Mitzrayim asher lo yada et Yosef. A new king arose over Egypt who did not know Joseph. And that's the sort of entree into the narrative about how our ancestors became enslaved in Egypt. And I was I was actually doing something that I was taught not to do when I was thinking about this verse, I was thinking, I have an idea, and I wonder if I can find some text to support that idea. I did it, okay? I did it. Forgive me, but I found it, so that's good. That's what? Dev said that's how new text gets written. Okay, they still teach you not to do it in rabbinical school. Yeah, well. But let me share some other texts that I thought were interesting too about what this line's about, because our ancestors, our commentators, it's a sort of interesting line for them. Because what exactly does it mean that a new king arose who did not know Joseph? And actually, all the way back in the Talmud, we find a discussion that Rashi quotes in his commentary to Torah. He quotes this idea that it says in Sota, page 11a, the Gemara talks about, so the Talmud talks about the sojourn of the Jewish people in Egypt. The verse states, and there arose a new king over Egypt who knew not Joseph. And there were the two rabbis, Rav and Shmuel, and they disagree about the interpretation of the verse. One says that this means he was actually a new king, right? This was a new guy, came up. All right, and that's sort of like, I think on the surface, that makes sense, right? All right. So one says this, and one says that this means that his decrees were transformed as if he were a new king. Right? So that it's not actually a new king, but something happened. Something happened so that now things were different between the Israelites and this Pharaoh and this king. And so there's disagreement, and here's why the second rabbi can make this claim, right? The one who says that it was actually a new king, so this is back to the new king, holds to the tradition because it's written new, right? So okay, easy explanation. The one who says that this decree was transferred, the decrees were transformed, holds that it was because it is not written. Nowhere in the text does it say that the previous king died. And so he says, well, it doesn't actually say that the king died, so maybe, the newness that we're talking about is not actually a new person, but somehow new decrees, or a change in decrees. Now, this actually sort of leads to where I want to go, but I'm not going to go there quite yet. In a book of commentary called Siftei Chachamim, which is by an 18th century Prague rabbi, he writes as a piece of commentary on this line that Pharaoh acted as if he didn't know him, still sort of playing with this idea that the Talmud brings, right? And quoting the Rashi, the text of Rashi properly reads Asher, and he acted. Otherwise, it would imply that Rashi's explanation is according to both Rav and Shmuel, right? That he was giving both opinions, which he was not. And therefore, he acted as though he didn't know Joseph. So this king actually wasn't a new king, but acted as though, as if he didn't know Joseph. So where was I? What was I thinking about when I started reading this line? I was thinking about our new members. Because what does it mean that Pharaoh doesn't know Joseph? Didn't know Joseph. And I'm conscious of, let's not blame the Israelites for their enslavement. I think that's important, right? It's not the victim's fault that they were enslaved. But somehow, and we can find in an ancient text from Ovadia Sforno, 16th century Italian rabbi, he comments on this idea that somehow the Israelites, the Hebrews, didn't make themselves known to Pharaoh. So he writes, although there can be no question that the annals of Egyptian history, he sort of says, they were there, and it's good. Pharaoh and the farmers would become their tenants. It did not occur to anyone So it didn't occur, he says, to anyone to associate the saving of Egypt, right? To say to Pharaoh, by the way, it wasn't just, it's, Joseph, yes, but it's his people, right? Be conscious of his people. That wasn't ever transmitted to Pharaoh, right? It was just that Pharaoh was conscious of Joseph, and that sort of Pharaoh forgot about the rest of the Israelites, the rest of the Hebrews. And so Sforno continues, the idea that the present-day Hebrews deserve special consideration on account of their illustrious forebears did not occur to anyone observing the way these Hebrews behaved at the time. Right? So Sforno is saying to us that community didn't think to talk about themselves, right? Didn't think to make themselves known to Pharaoh. So it wasn't only that Pharaoh didn't know them, it was also that they didn't make themselves known. Again, I think Sforno is sort of walking on thin ice in terms of victim blaming here. And at the same time, there's something to be said for that. That we both have a responsibility to know and to be known and to make ourselves known. And so on this new member Shabbat, I hope that you know, especially our new members, but all of our members, all of the folks who come here, whether you're, to be honest with you, whether you're a formal member of the community, in terms of being, on paper a member, or this is just a place you come, this is where you worship, this is where you participate in Jewish life, we want to know you. We want to know who you are. We want to know what's going on in your life. We want to know about your joys. We want to know about your pain. We want to know about your thoughts on the Torah portion, your thoughts on the world going on around us. We want to know who you are, not just to sign a document and send in a check and show up every once in a while. We want to know you, because that's the only way. When we know each other, that's the only way that community is really formed. That's the only way that we can find strength in each other, because it's only when we're known to each other does something like the slavery of the Israelites not happen. Shabbat Shalom. We continue on page 586 with Aleinu. Please rise if you're able.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'ateit gedula v'yotzer b'reshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu.
Page 591.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Please be seated. It is a fearful thing to love what death can touch. A fearful thing to love, hope, dream, to be, and oh, to lose. A thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me, your laugh once lifted me, your word was gift to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing to love what death has touched. We are in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning for Ina Mae Goodman. Our yard sites this week are for Jacob Adler, Evelyn Applebaum, Bonnie Barnofsky, Rose Baru, Grace Borowitz, Beatrice Brower, Harry Bornstein, Babette Kane, Martin Eisenberg, Marjorie Fitzpatrick, Norman Greenspoon, Edward Gross, Josephine Katz, DJ Kimball, Eric Kinder, Emmanuel Kirsch, David Koenig, Shirley Kusis, Aline Kramer, Sadie Liebling, Bella Lipset, Paul Melson, Betty Mallet, William McDermott, Melvin Morgenstern, Jan Perel, Lancelot Powandra, Mayor Raven, William Reinhardt, Hudis Rice, Gustav Shapiro, Robert Shore, Janice Sondheimer, Shirley Susher, Richard Wallinger, Reno Wax, Faye Weiss, Libby Yarrows, and Juliana Zarinsky. If there are other names to add to our list for mourning, please do so as my eyes meet yours. For all of those mentioned, for all of those who go unmentioned, and for all of those who have no one to say Kaddish, for them we rise, page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabba, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'yizman kariv v'yamru amen. Yehei Shemei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam U'Lamei Almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yit'ale V'yithalal Shemei D'Kudesha B'richu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Da'amiran Be'alma V'yimru Amen. Yehei Shalama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu ve'achol Yisrael ve'imiru Amen.
Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be forever a blessing. Please be seated. It's my honor to invite back to our bima Candace Bulkley, and I think both of you though, yes, yeah. You have the bima honor tonight. Joe's just joining you, and Jacob too. All right.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm Joe Pollack. I'm the president of the congregation. This is my helper, Jacob. Thank you for being here on behalf of the congregation and on behalf of the Board of Trustees. Welcome to Temple Beth Emeth. And thank you especially for being here on Membership Shabbat. We sometimes talk about this as New Member Shabbat, and it is New Member Shabbat, but my message is for all members, and that message is thank you for being a member. Being a member of our synagogue is existential to the existence of our temple. We cannot be a synagogue unless there are members in our sanctuary singing and praying, unless there are amateur and professional scholars at Torah study, unless there are young and mature learners in our religious school and in our adult education programs. We are not a synagogue unless there are volunteers working to repair our world, working for Tikkun Olam. We cannot be a synagogue unless there are bakers baking in the kitchen and unless there are tots dancing in the hallways. So thank you for being a member.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. I especially want to welcome our new members, but like Joe said, we welcome all of our members. We couldn't be here without you. I want to take a minute tonight to introduce people who are here for our new members who may not know them. If you are a board member, please stand up, but I won't make you hold things in the air this time. These are the people who help us make decisions, who make us stronger, and to help us move forward. So if you have a problem or a question or something else, these are the people you want to talk to.
A compliment, too.
I also wanted to recognize our senior, you can sit down now. Our senior staff members, we only have one here besides our rabbi and cantor. Rabbi Daniel is sitting in back here, and he is our director of education. Melissa Sigmund would have loved to be here tonight, but she's not feeling well, so she went home a little early. But hopefully you met her at dinner. And thank you to all of you who came to our first ever Congregational Taste of Ann Arbor dinner. We will do this again, because it was great. And if you weren't there, you should have been there, and we hope to see you next month. One new thing tonight was name tags for new members. We are working towards name tags for everyone. But if you were a new member or a membership committee member and you received one of these name tags, please tuck your little strings into the back of the name tag as you leave tonight after the oneg, because you're all going to come and eat cookies, and then put it into the purple basket that will be by the door. It'll be by the door. If you're not staying for oneg, drop it in the purple basket on your way out. If you are staying for oneg, we'll carry the basket back there. So we will reuse these. You will see them again. And hopefully we're working towards everyone having name tags so we don't have to rack our brains and say, I know I met her last month, but what's her name? The membership committee is happy to welcome you down in the oneg. Please come join us. And if you did not receive a welcome bag and you're a new member, please grab one on the way out. We will stick a sticker on it for you. The regular part of announcements is the events coming up. You may have seen an email today. If something has to happen with tomorrow's movie event, there will be an email going out by 3 o'clock. Hopefully, just like tonight, the weather's cooperating. It's not going to start snowing until we're out of here. Tomorrow it'll stop snowing and it'll all clear up and we can have our movie. But look for an email by 3 o'clock. The only other event I wanted to point out right now is the Women's Rosh Chodesh Circle on Saturday, January 25th at 4 o'clock here in the chapel. This is the first of many, and if you have any questions, please talk to Trina. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Candace. Yeah, movie tomorrow at 5 o'clock, hopefully, and then also at 2 o'clock on Sunday, The S Word, a movie about suicide and survivors of suicide. We'll be having a discussion after that. Please do come to that event if you're so inclined. Again, 2 o'clock Sunday. Just in today, I confirmed with Rabbi Laura Geller. Rabbi Laura Geller is, I can't remember if she was the second or third woman rabbi ordained by the Hebrew Union College many years ago. She was the senior rabbi at Temple Emmanuel of Beverly Hills. Yeah, Temple Emmanuel of Beverly Hills. And she first of all, she's just an amazing person to meet and to get to hear speak. She just completed a book that she had been writing with her husband, who passed away just a year or two ago, about aging. It's called "Getting Good at Getting Older," and she's coming out March 25th to do a workshop, I believe, at the School of Jewish Communal Service, and I was lucky enough to get a call from Carla Goldman, the director of that program, saying, "Would you like Laura to come to their synagogue?" And I thought, yeah, of course. So she's going to be here on the 26th for our Lunch and Learn 27th. 27th is a Friday. The 27th for our Lunch and Learn program at 12 o'clock. It's a regular program that happens every single week. So if you're not already joining us, please join us. It's a great conversation. You got to bring your own lunch, though. So 12 o'clock on the 27th, and then Friday night services, she'll continue the conversation with us as well. And you'll get a chance. We'll probably pre-order some of her books so that you can purchase those before Shabbat begins. So watch out for that, March 27th. We have Alden Salavi coming up in April, a contemporary liturgist who's going to be here with us from Jerusalem, do a workshops with us all weekend long, talking about liturgy, writing our own liturgies. It's going to be a really wonderful, wonderful weekend. I forget is it April? It's right before Passover, right after Passover. Anybody remember? I don't know, but keep an eye out. Alden Salavi. Yeah, it's going to snow, but spring will come, don't worry. We're already talking about spring. You pray for snow? Yeah. Sort of. All right. Let's close our service with Oseh Shalom. Oh, no. Of course. If you're not a regular here Friday night, you'll know that I always forget about Kiddush and Motzi. Always. Except like once I remembered. I don't know what to tell you. And as I like to say, if you think of yourself as a young person, come on up to the bima. So only if you think of yourself that way. You do? All right, cool. Perfect. And another. Excellent.
Hi, Naomi.
Do you want to know why I'm up here? Because I think of myself as a young person.
That works.
All right. At the very beginning of everything, when God created the heaven and the earth, God made a separation between the sea above and the sea below, and God planted plants on the earth and put the sun and the moon and the stars in the sea above. Aha. And sun and the moon and stars in the sea above, and then put the fish and the sea monsters in the sea below and the flying creatures in the sea above, and then created all of the creepy crawly little things that crawl all over the earth. And then finally, at the end of all of that, God creates us and says, now it's time to rest.
The words are found on page 123.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu V'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinpilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'achata V'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uratzon hinchatanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat It's wine, or I would have given it to one of you guys. All right. What do you think? Well, Jacob, can we all hold it together? Can we come on over here? Yes, perfect. You're a little bit closer to the ground.
There we
Perfect.
go.
There we go.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon.
All right, grab some off, and if you're super thoughtful, you'll bring some for whoever you're here with too. Yeah, if you got a few people, you can take a bigger. There you go. All right. Okay, now we can sing our way out of here. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. May the one who makes peace in the heavens above make peace for all of us, for all of Israel. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, for everyone who dwells here on earth, and let us say amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la la la. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen.
Did we thank you, Dave?
No.
Thank you, Dave, for your coming.
And our ushers?
Thank you to our ushers, to Marty and to George. Evan, excuse me. Evan Mursky, yes, okay. And then one other person who's not here, who I neglected to thank earlier at dinner, David Ostreicher and Susan Ostreicher, but especially Dave, who made tonight happen. It was he who really pushed for having a full community dinner tonight. He made it happen that we had brought in food from outside for Tat Shabbat for the last year and a half, and made tonight happen too. And a big thank you to Dave Ostreicher. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I want the wobbly Ramanan. I want the wobbly Ramanan so I can get them fixed. Wobbly ones, the one that falls over.